Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Douglas Pinnell, and I am a senior member of the Client Success Team here at Total Server Solutions, or TSS for short. I have with me today our Technical Product Manager, Brandon Whitaker. We'll be hosting today's webinar reviewing how TSS and Veeam can help you better protect your data no matter where it resides, whether it's on-prem or in the cloud, and how to better protect yourself when disaster strikes. If at any time you have a question, please use the chat, and we'll be monitoring and answering questions throughout. Okay, let's get started. First, I'd like to review Veeam for anyone unfamiliar with who they are and what they do. Veeam is an industry-leading data management company based in Switzerland. Veeam is actively being used to back up over 17 million VMs around the globe and boasts a plus 73 promoter score. This helped Veeam to be recognized as the 2018 Gartner Peer Insights Customer Choice for Data Center Backup and Recovery Solutions. With the Veeam Availability Platform, Veeam enables any business to deliver the digital life experience users expect, delivering the next generation of availability for the always-on enterprise. Veeam Availability Platform provides businesses and enterprises of all sizes with the means to ensure availability for any application and any data across any cloud infrastructure through the following capabilities: non-stop business continuity to instantly recover any application, any data on any cloud; digital transformation agility with multi-cloud data management and migration. Choose your cloud, your way; analytics and visibility with the actionable insights for data management, operational performance, and compliance. Now, I'd like to quickly review who TSS is and what we do. TSS was founded and headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia in 2005, and we have grown over the last 14 years to over 20 regions worldwide. Our global platform of products and services includes infrastructure as a service, co-location, network, and managed services. Our core focus is providing managed services to businesses large and small, and today we will concentrate on one of our key managed services, managed data protection. TSS partners with multiple industry-leading companies, and we are most proud to call ourselves a Veeam Platinum Partner. Our relationship with Veeam enables TSS to bring unique solutions to market, like our fully managed backup and disaster recovery appliance powered by Veeam. Our expansive footprint reaches around the world, allowing your business to easily expand into a global enterprise. But a global deployment would be meaningless unless you have low latency access to those workloads. That's why TSS data centers are located in carrier-rich facilities with back-end interconnectivity, giving you and end users alike the fastest connection possible. It's our goal to help you alleviate the burden of managing backups. Our engineering staff will fully manage your local Veeam instance, as well as the replication of backups to our very own Veeam Cloud Connect repository. If you do not wish to install Veeam on your current infrastructure, no worries. We have you covered with our turnkey Veeam backup appliance. This will not only run your local Veeam instance, but will give you additional benefits of local test desk resources and local disaster recovery. No business is safe without a fully engineered and regularly tested disaster recovery strategy. TSS will assist you in designing a unique DR playbook. This outlines what to do in the face of disaster, ransomware, server outages, or other natural disasters. TSS will restore your workloads back to an operational state as outlined in the DR playbook, so you can concentrate on other high-priority needs. Why is TSS so different than any other Veeam partner, you might be wondering? Well, our fully managed on-site Veeam appliance is a good place to start. Nowhere else will you find a fully managed 2U Veeam backup solution with SSD cache storage, scaling up to 100 terabytes per appliance. TSS will deploy one or more appliances in your data center, back office, remote office, or branch locations. This appliance will handle the daily tasks of running backups, replicating the backups off-site, and has additional resources for you to use as needed. If you have a local server failure, simply restore the VM or VMs on the appliance and be back up and running in no time. Once you repair or replace that failed host, simply restore the latest VM copy back to that host for failback. We also give you the ability to restore backups or VMs on the appliance to be used for testing or development work. These workloads are restored in a sandbox environment, allowing you to make any changes without affecting production workloads or other backups. As your footprint grows, so does the appliance. Increase your repository from a few terabytes to 100 terabytes by simply making a request. If your footprint expands past 100 terabytes, we simply send you additional appliances scaling with your growth. Next, I've got a quick example of how our local Veeam backup and recovery appliance can bring your workloads back online in the event of server failure. Here, you will see an example of a local production workload. Next, you'll see the TSS VBR appliance running the latest version of Veeam 9.5 Update 4. The VBR is deployed locally, taking backups of your infrastructure on a schedule set by you. These backups are kept on-site, while copies are replicated to our VCC environment. Now, if a server in your environment goes offline, simply restore the latest backup on the VBR, bringing your VMs back online on the appliance. I'd like to take this time to quickly talk about the types of backups we utilize with Veeam to protect your workloads. The two types of backups we utilize are forever incremental and full backups. With forever forward, we first take a full backup of your environment. Every backup thereafter is an incremental, only backing up the change blocks. There are two types of full backups, active and synthetic. The main difference here is how the weekly or monthly full backup is taken. With active fulls, an entirely new full backup is taken of the environment based on the set schedule. However, a synthetic full synthesizes all the week's incrementals into a new full backup, which in turn produces less load on the production environment. At TSS, we like to utilize the synthetic full backups as they are less stressful on the production workload and still give you the security of having a full backup every 7 days. This brings us to the final type of backup we take with Veeam, a VM copy. This is the creation of an independent, fully functioning copy of a VM or VM container. VM copies are useful when moving data centers, creating test labs, or restoring a failed VM. These are also the types of backups we replicate off-site for disaster recovery, giving us the quickest restore times. Now that we have the data securely backed up, let's talk about how you retrieve that data. Veeam offers multiple types of restores, all available via self-service or by submitting a ticket, and our support staff can assist you with any type of restore. The restore options include entire VM recovery, simply recovering and restoring an entire VM, VM file restore, recovering any configuration files of the VM that could have been corrupted or compromised, virtual disk restore. If a VM's virtual drive becomes corrupted for any reason, you can restore the virtual disk back to the original VM or connect it to any other VM while preserving the format of the recovered drive, or convert the drive to thin or thick formatting on the fly. Instant VM recovery. Immediately restore a VM back into your production environment or locally on the Veeam appliance by running it directly from the backup file. And lastly, we have instant file level restore. You can restore files and folders directly from a regular image level backup or replica to the necessary point in time. Replicating your data off-site to a secured secondary location has never been easier thanks to Veeam's built-in Cloud Connect repositories. Once you've chosen one of our worldwide locations to replicate to, TSS will provide you with a username, password, and a URL for that Cloud Connect repository. Simply enter these into the Cloud Connect portal and start replicating off-site immediately. If your initial backup exceeds 1 terabyte, TSS will work with your team to physically seed the initial backup and then sync the following incremental backups. If at any point you wish to restore your data, simply log into the Cloud Connect portal, point, click, and restore. If you need a physical copy of your data, TSS will ship you a copy via an encrypted drive. You retain the ability to restore your data back to its original location, a new TSS Cloud instance, or to a third-party cloud. We offer two types of disaster recovery resources, shared and dedicated. TSS will work with you and your team to determine the optimal route for your disaster recovery strategy. Restoring to our public cloud would be referred to as warm disaster recovery, which would suffice for the majority of DR needs. You have a DR reserve profile that gives you dedicated virtual resources at your disposal at any time for a very small reserve fee each month. If a disaster is declared, we will work with your team to bring your services back online. TSS provides you with your live disaster recovery environment for 30 days at no additional cost. If your failover will be longer than 30 days, TSS would work with you to engineer the best plan of action, moving your workload back in-house in a dedicated cloud with TSS or to any third-party cloud. If you need a hot DR solution, TSS would deploy dedicated DR resources in a private cloud. Having dedicated hardware allows us to take advantage of additional features like Veeam's Availability Orchestrator, or VAO. With VAO enabled, Veeam will automatically perform a test DR event nightly, reporting everything from time frame, VM restore order, and with certain Microsoft applications like SQL, it will verify data is accessible within a table before officially reporting the VM to be live. This gives your business a nightly report, calculating the exact time it would take for you to get your environment back online in the face of a disaster. Finally, I'd like to speak just a moment about our Veeam management. If you are looking for a trusted partner to take over the management of your backup infrastructure, TSS is that trusted advisor. We have Veeam certified engineers on staff ensuring we stay up to date with the best practices, new features, and the latest updates to ensure you get the most out of your backups. You are fully supported around the clock, ensuring that your backups are successful every time. In the event a backup fails, an alert kicks off and an engineer logs in to investigate. Our fully managed appliance drops in, plugs in, and can immediately start giving you more time back in your day instead of managing backups. If you want to replicate between your own sites or to a TSS data center, we can manage the entire process while you still retain access to your backups at any time. If you ever need assistance restoring files, VMs, or failing over in a disaster, TSS is here. That concludes today's webinar. I'd like to personally thank each and every one of you for sharing your time with us this afternoon. I'll now hand it over to Brandon Whitaker to respond to any questions that are left in the chat.
Hello, everyone.